Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this video, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster 2 Career Mode. This episode is also the Chapter 2 finale. This will be the final episode of the Chapter 2 scenarios, and also the final scenario for possibly a while. If you're a long-term fan of this series, you'll have to wait until the end of the video for a special message. But I've got big plans for what I need to do today to fully complete the Platinum Medal and also subsequently this park. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So to complete the Platinum, we need to build a new coaster with at least 4.5 fear, but also less than 5.5 fear. Now, unlike the other coasters that we've already built in this park, that we've had at least 4 or 5 fear, not an in-betweener that's something like this. Now, this can get really tricky as we don't really know what causes fear on coasters, although I've kind of experimented with Janky here, and it seems that positive Gs and a lot of rapid transitions, kind of like this airtime finale, causes the most kind of fear. So I have an idea what kind of coaster I want to build, and we had this area to work with, which I'm pretty sure we bought in the last episode. Yep, we own that area, so that is no worry to us. But of course, first we need to path it over there so people can actually get over there when we actually build the thing. So we're going to use this sort of path. We're going to increase that to, we'll say 8. I think that connection point right there seems fine. Build it underneath the 0G rule for Janky, one of our star coasters. We're kind of have to wrap it around this way because that clearance seems a bit low for our guests to walk under. There we go, all good, and we're gonna stop it right there because I'm pretty sure that's where I want to build up the entrance and exit plaza for the new coaster. Now, I've been talking a lot, but I haven't mentioned anything about what coaster we are going to build. Now, what I was thinking is building a B&M dive coaster. For one, the station is kind of inexpensive, as we can see in the very right here. It is if it can show up. There we go, $5,760, and that's one of the least expensive stations in the game, so that's for one. Another is the vertical drop and hold element on this really increases the fear factor and really gets it up to that 4 fear, but I feel like it's not too fearful enough for it to get over 5.5, and that's why I'm going to try this out to see if we can meet those requirements. So I'm going to build a station about back here-ish. My plan is to put the lift hill over that way and then wrap around for the drop to go around that way with the layout consisting all in this area right here. So with that, I will sorry. I will be back with the completed B&M dive coaster. Feel like I cooked up a masterpiece here. This is the completed B&M dive coaster. It's a sort of on the mini dive scale since it's only 130 feet up and has a lot of very tight elements. Of course, gotta get that fear up, but not too fearful so that it's above 5 fear. Continuing the jank here, you can see a lot of janky elements here to hopefully maintain that fear, make sure it's not too smooth. I mean, the profiling I felt I did a pretty good job on, but obviously we want to keep it unsmooth just to make sure that the requirements are met. So hopefully we met those requirements right now. Very great view at the top of the park from here into the scenic turnaround. Just realized you can get a view of both sides of the park from up here. As you can see, Brad lands out there. Into the vertical drop, 132 feet up in the air. Let's go. Very tight pull out into the Immelman. I got as much shank as possible. 0G roll, very quick there. Quick airtime hill into a tight helix. There it is, the janky Outer Bank into the scenic water turnaround into the brakes. Does it get in between the fear? Let's see. It does. Alright, I managed to cook up something very nice here. Alright, so similar to Brad's Infinicoaster, I want to obviously make this smooth for our guests. So I'm going to half this thing up, open it, and then immediately close it again. So it satisfies the requirement, but our guests aren't riding this kind of piece of junk right here. So let's path this thing up, shall we? Entrance can go, we'll say there, exit, of course, by the exit, and the op booth, as usual. I want to place a plaza down here, so we can grab our path into the stamp builder. Of course, with our hexagon shape, fits perfectly in that area. Cannot be more perfect than that. Alright, so let's bring the exit down here. We're going to do that first, because I believe this is going to be one of the tougher ones with all the terrain here. Well, of course, bring that down to 4, so it actually satisfies the exit requirements. I don't think there is any exit requirements, but my exit requirements at least. Alright, we're going to bring that down to the ground level, about there. Hopefully that's good. Turn angle snap off. Hopefully that's down to the terrain. I don't know if it's snapping to the terrain, but we're kind of just doing our own thing right now. So bring it around to here, drop it down a bit, and then drop it down some more so we can connect it up right there. Alright, that seems to be a pretty good exit. Now for the entrance, this is going to be the more tricky one. We can either wrap it around through this way or connect it up to the plaza here. I feel like it's a lot more lined up towards this way, and we can just... and that kind of defeats the purpose of the plaza, though. I mean, it's alright. We can wrap the exit around this way. I'm not too upset about it. Oh, we entered editing mode for the drop. We'll actually do that later for all the smoothing out parts, but for now we gotta make sure the requirement is met first and foremost. We shouldn't be able to do any switchbacks here since this is going to be mostly a terrain queue line. So, boop. Bring it down to ground level right there. I think right there should be good. It's kind of cutting through the terrain, that's alright. And lower it to ground level there, and right there should be fine. There we go, I think it worked out pretty nicely, so... Oh, first and foremost, we must add a distributor so we can get the power in here. This is going to be one of the only rides over here, so I think placing it over there, away from the guest, would be alright, and that also is in range with the station, so that should be fine. Unless we need more power to the distributor, but nope, we are good. That is in range of the power. So, let's complete the requirement in 3, 2, 1. Alright, requirement complete. Now we can close it down to smoothen it out, and I'll be back with the complete smooth experience for the dive coaster. There we go, some sprucing up of the dive coaster does some well. I also renamed it Sea Diver because how could I not? I also recolored the coaster train so it kind of looks like a submarine, so I think that's pretty cool. So we can now... Never mind, I'll be right back for that. Apologies, I didn't even think twice about retesting it after smoothing it out. That's a total brain fart on my part. So we can now officially open Sea Diver. What are we pricing this at? Guess won't pay this much for this attraction. Why not? It's the same as our other... there we go. I think it was just a little buggy there. $12 is a good benchmark for our little attraction here. So this new area is set up officially now. All we have to do is hit the park rating up to 4.5, and I believe incomes should come in very nicely after that. So to get it up to 4.5, we're going to need to place down some more attractions. Now, I know ride spam is a little frowned upon for myself, but I think it works in this scenario specifically since there isn't much rides available right now, and it's much more spread out between the parks. So I'm okay with this for now. I think this area right here is a really good prime location for a flat ride. So we're just gonna do that, just that. I'm gonna clear some of the benches here. I mean, it's also good to have some benches around. Never mind, don't duplicate it. We gotta move that. There we go. All right, and then we can tap this thing up around to this way, so we can place our new flat ride down over here. And that flat ride will be, let's go more on the thrilling side. We'll go swinging. Do we have a top spin? I don't believe so. Alright, we're gonna place a top spin right here. Cause why not? We all love top spins. Go out and ride your local top spins now while you can, because they're all going away for some reason. Alright, so entrance. Oh, I placed the op booth over there. Man, that was my bad. Alright, entrance can go there and exit can go over there. We'll just play. Whoa, that is a small queue line. Is it actually that? Oh, guess it is actually that then. They decreased the width of the queue line? I don't know, might just be me. I don't really know what's up with me today, so connect up the exit just like that. We'll kind of wrap the queue line around there and then go around that way. What am I doing? Stop explaining and more doing. Alright, angle snap on. Wrap it around to here, like I said. Boom, boom. And that should be alright for the top spin. So, get rid of the number. Well, don't get rid of the full name. I think $10 should be alright. And open it up. And this is, you'll get to see what I do off camera sometimes. It's just, assign the staff to their specific zones. This one being Brad, so you get to be in the Brad zone. We all love the Brad zone, don't we? And also we got to get our breaker employee. I think that's the break plan. Yep, that's the break plan right there, and assign that specific time slot to that. All right, that is all set and done. What else do we need? Oh, we're actually almost there, according to this, so I think one more should be able to do it. We're kind of lacking on this side for thrill rides, although we're also lacking in space on this side. Where else should we place our next flat ride? Let's see here. Yeah, there's not much area. Oh, maybe over here could work? Yeah, I think this is really our only option over here, so let's find a ride that will fit just nicely over here. Oh, do we have Resurgence yet? I don't think we do. Voice crack. LOL. Oh, maybe we could place it here. Yeah, I like that area. Just have more rides over here. Perfect. This is a perfect area for this ride. Alright. Boom. Entrance. Boom. Exit. Boom. Connect up our entrance using angle snap. Boom, boom, boom. That's too far. Right there is good. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And connect it up. Perfect. Excuse me. Use a different path. This is the path we're using. There we go. It said at a power facility, so we gotta get our distributor here. Place it in the kind of middle. Right here should be fine. I'll place it a little down so it's not out of the view. Or we'll place it right here so it's in between all these areas over there. Right there should be good. And boom. Alright, that is in range. Let's open that up, get rid of the number, and set it at $10, which should be fine. Uh-oh, I think we got it. Yes, we did! Resurgence to the rescue! Alrighty now. Now all we have to do is rack in the income. That should be fairly easy given our time constraints, and especially since we're at 4.6 right now. That just means more people means more money. So I will be back with the completed $180,000 daily income. And there it is. Platinum is
I
complete.
think I caught Eugene sleeping.
What?
I also just wanted to say sorry. We've been a right nightmare to work with.
Nah, you're all
Eugene
good,
is,
Brad.
first of all, like a... well, he's a total nerd.
Well,
But
yeah,
second,
that's the facts.
he's actually a pretty amazing engineer.
That's
He's the
also
reason I
facts.
know how to build all these incredible rides.
Hmm.
But I sometimes worry that we're too different, you know? I
Ah,
didn't think this
but
part
that's
was
a
going
good
to
thing
work out, but
sometimes.
seriously, just look at what we've managed to achieve here.
Hello, you
I
two.
really like it. Oh, you're
I think
awake.
I've just had my first ever nap. I was reading the Quintessential Quarterly, and the next thing I knew, the pages were stuck to my face.
Uh-oh.
What are we talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just
Yeah,
about how truly
nothing.
awesome these parks turned out.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm quite impressed. Two very different parks working together in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame the brothers who owned it before us couldn't figure things out. But you know what, Brad? I'm glad we got to work on this together.
Very nice. Platinum medal get, and subsequently, Chapter 2 has come to an end. Now, if you're not a fan of this series, I would suggest clicking off now, and if that is so, I will then see you in the next video. Have a great day. And now for our lifelong fan, well, not lifelong, with the series started back in November, but this is to the fans that have been there since for the very beginning. Uh, I've been some Planet Coaster 2 career mode has kind of become a slug for me, and there's just no hype anymore. Of course, that's just with any game, you know. The hype kind of dies down a bit as the months go on, but that's just one factor. But another factor is the fact that theme park season is in full swing, and I gotta focus my attention on that. So don't be surprised if you see no more videos from here. But it's just gotten a little bit too much to juggle between the theme park vlogs and all the park content between this. So I don't know when I'll be returning, but this is just definitely a PSA to say I will definitely be taking a break from Planet Coaster content in general. But when one door closes, another one opens, and I am very excited for this year's theme park season and to share all the vlogs with you guys. But thank you for taking the ride along this journey with me. I'm so happy with the progress that this channel has been able to amass over the past few months, and I'm very hopeful and excited for the future of this channel. But with that being said, make sure to leave your thoughts of this video in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and of course, subscribe for more theme park content. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Have a great day.